Have you ever seen one of those home renovation shows on TV and thought to yourself, it would be so much fun to be a part of that whole process?
Well, you're going to get that chance with this project here. What we're going to be doing is renovating this charming split-level house, and you, the viewer, are going to get a chance to weigh in on what design decisions you would like to see us implement into the house. Each week, we're going to put up design decisions for you, the viewer, to vote on. And then whatever the result is, we're going to implement it into the home renovation. So we'll give you options like, for instance, paint color or backsplash design. And whatever you guys vote on, for better or for worse, we're going to implement it. Even if I don't like the idea, even if I think that there was a better option available, or if it's something that would be super hard to do, we're going to do it anyway. It's important to note with houses that even though it's older and it clearly needs some TLC, we always like to treat them with respect, because at one point, even though the aesthetic is older, somebody was thrilled to get that carpet that might have been from the 60s, or the wallpaper that was from X date. At one point, somebody was thrilled to have that. And at one point, that gave people some great memories and some great enjoyment as part of the house. What we want to do is bring this back up to the 21st century so more families can enjoy it just like they did. The door is locked, by the way. And right as you walk in, you get this beautiful visual of the stone here on the wall, which is really timeless. As we walk through, you can see this is a very spacious living area right here. This bay window is gorgeous, and it brings in a lot of great natural light. That's always something you look for, because natural light, there isn't a ton you can do about it once you have the home. You can do a lot in the world of renovations, but natural light is something that your hands are a little bit tied on at times. You'll see we have our kitchen, which, again, at one point, this was super nice. I mean, that's real wood that you're looking at, but some of the cabinets, some of the drawers have seen some better days, so it's likely gonna get some new cabinetry and appliance upgrades, stuff like that. But you can see there's character here. There's character in the architecture, there's character in the little fine detail. One of the important things when you're doing a home renovation is that you want to bring it up to the 21st century, but you also want to maintain some of its character, so you can still see the house's identity. In the back, you see a pretty spacious sunroom. You can kind of take a quick view in there. You want to talk lighting, that's gorgeous, especially this time of year. The door to the garage, and then this half bath right in here, which has been well maintained. Pretty big bathroom, and it is mostly tile with a little bit of an older vanity. Again, you can tell that it's got a ton of potential. There's a lot of cool stuff that we can do in here, a lot of cool ideas that we're going to be sending your way as the viewer that you guys are going to be able to vote on. So the house does have a lot going for it, but it's clearly going to need a lot of updating. And in order to do this house's story justice, we wanted to start at the very beginning. So we reached out to Christy the seller, who was kind enough to share with us a little bit of background about how the house had been in her family its entire life. This was the very first house you ever lived in?
First house I ever lived in. My father built this house, him and his father,
Wow.
with my mom helping a little bit. The outside was avocado green. All the appliances were avocado green.
That was the thing back there.
Yeah.
Are we talking 60s?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So fortunately, those things have all been redone. But I think they remodeled in the 80s, so now you still have kind of your 80s theme going. You can see the mauve and the teal. So
exactly.
What this house brings to me mostly is memories of my parents, who I miss very much. My parents were in their 80s, and they didn't keep it up the way it deserves to be kept up. My parents lived a wonderful life, and they were very fortunate. But but you're still sad and you're still upset when they're gone, and all those memories aren't going to live on. So for me, this house is that connection, and but I want to see it grow on. I want to see the house change. I want to see it made better again and move on.
The sad story is a story that just hasn't ended yet. And that's our motto around here. I think this house just oozes charisma. It oozes potential and character, and we'd definitely love to have you back when everything is finished and you can kind of see the transformation that the house had.
I would love that.
Yeah.
The way I put it is I'm really happy that the house is going to get some tender, loving care.
After talking with Christy, it was clear that we had to do her family's former homestead the justice that it deserves. We'd love for you to help us on this renovation journey by tuning in next week, where you'll get to vote on which paint color you think would be best. This is Flip It Your Way.
I saw